Energy is everywhere, from the wind and sun to nuclear, hydro, and fossil fuels. Every sector plays a role in powering our world, but each industry comes with misinformation and myths. The Positive Energy campaign is going to get to all of them, but today we're starting with the one that's been around the longest. In this Positive Energy video, we're busting two big myths about oil. Myth number one: oil is a finite resource that will run out soon. First, let's break down what finite means. A finite resource is a natural resource that exists in limited quantities and cannot be replaced at the same rate it is consumed. Once used, it is either gone forever or takes millions of years to replenish. While it's true that oil is a finite resource, many want to know, are we on the verge of running out? The answer to that is more complicated. Here's why. Current estimates suggest that known oil reserves could last through 2050. But here's the thing, proven reserves are growing. In 1980, the U.S. had about 37 billion barrels of oil reserves. In 2022, that number increased to over 48 billion barrels. Venezuela actually holds the world's largest oil reserves with about 303 billion barrels. It's followed by Saudi Arabia with 267 billion barrels. Believe it or not, oil discovery still happens. In March of 2025, China reported finding an oil field in the South China Sea. The field allegedly has proven reserves exceeding 100 million tons. Technology is helping companies expand our oil supply. Advances in drilling, like hydraulic fracturing, also known as fracking, and deep water drilling are unlocking massive reserves that were previously inaccessible. In the coming years, some experts believe AI will make it easier to find new reserves as well. Even with these reserves, experts agree that advancing and shifting towards alternative energy sources, such as solar, wind, and nuclear, is crucial for a sustainable future. Myth number two: all oil is the same and doesn't vary in quality. That's a myth. Not all oil is created equal. In fact, there are major differences in quality affecting everything from price to how it's refined. The first difference is weight. Light crude oil, like the West Texas Intermediate, known as WTI from the US, is easier to refine into gasoline and diesel. Heavy crude, like Canada's oil sands, requires more processing and contains material that will be used to make products like asphalt. Then there's the difference of sweet versus sour. Sweet crude has very low levels of sulfur, making it more desirable for refining. Sour crude has a high sulfur content, which requires extra refining steps. Another difference is the TAN count. TAN stands for total acid number, which measures how corrosive the oil is. If the oil has a high TAN number, it can wear down equipment faster and cause more corrosion over time. There are over 100 different crude oils being traded on the market today. And when looking at them globally, here's how some countries compare. U.S. oil, also called WTI crude, is light, sweet, high quality, and ideal for gasoline. Brent crude from the North Sea, UK, and Norway is also light, sweet, and a global benchmark. Saudi Arabia produces 5 grades of crude oil, ranging from Arabian heavy to super light. Canadian oil is heavy and requires upgrading before refining. Also, oil from Venezuela is heavy and sour, making it costly to refine. So why do these differences matter? Well, countries with lighter, sweeter crude have a competitive edge in producing fuels with lower emissions. Refining technology helps process all types of crude, but lighter oils are more cost-effective. Oil quality also affects price. Crude that is easier to refine tends to be more expensive because it requires less processing and yields higher value products like gasoline and diesel. For example, in early 2025, WTI, which is a light and sweet crude oil, traded around $70 per barrel. Brent crude was slightly higher at $73 per barrel. while the heavy and sour crude from Venezuela sold for as low as $65 per barrel. Understanding the realities of oil empowers us to make smarter energy choices on the path to a cleaner future. But what about the myths surrounding other energy sources? Follow the Positive Energy Campaign as we bust common misconceptions about solar, wind, nuclear, and hydropower. The Positive Energy Campaign. Energy matters. The future depends on it.